Hello, my name is Ciaran Deeney and I'm an Executive Associate here with Dynamite Lifestyle. So for me, it was good. My life was good. I would say I was ahead of the norm in a lot of senses. You know, I lived in San Diego, which is absolutely beautiful. It was like this every day. I had a good job, I had good friends. You know, I was ahead of the curve, nice car, all good things, but I just knew there was more. You know, I found personal development, like most people do, especially in the American culture. It's completely different than our culture. I started listening to Tony Robbins. I started listening to every video on YouTube, as everybody does. Long story short, I found Think and Grow Rich, the book. That was the common denominator of everything I was listening to, so it piqued my interest. That led me to Bob. Fell in love with Bob. You know, I went from being out till 6 a.m. to getting up at 6 a.m. to do gratitude. It was day and night, and ultimately from attending Bob's courses, doing some programs, doing some self-study stuff, he led me to Kim. And in the way that he even led me to Kim was phenomenal, because I had never heard of Kim, as you said. I thought I was the only person to ever hear from Bob, because I was living in my own bubble. I didn't know any of you guys, I didn't know any of the rest of the team at that time. I just found this guy on YouTube and fell in love with it. Again, I heard Bob speaking about Kim, and that's when I knew. I didn't even look, like how I found Kim was, I heard Bob speak about her, knew that you couldn't buy that testimonial. Felt what I now know is I felt Bob's energy, and that triggered something in me to pursue that. I literally Googled Kim, Bob Proctor, Belfast, and that's how I found Dynamite Lifestyle. And I had a call with them, telling them to let me in. There was never any question. It was, I love this, I'm doing this. I joined Kim's mentorship and I didn't even know what it was. Like, Emma said to me, oh, your pack will be in the post, and I'm sitting there going, pack for what? I didn't care about the details. I just knew that there was more, knew I wanted more, and went for it. So I would say I had a good life, but again, the personal growth that I didn't even know that I was seeking came through ultimately working with Kim. Number one, I always speak about gratitude. And gratitude's a funny thing, because I remember when I first started doing it, I literally sat there. Bob said, write 10 things you're grateful for. I was making it up. I can be grateful for coffee, I can be grateful for X, Y, and Z. But as I developed, my understanding of what gratitude actually means developed. And then, in my opinion, that produces who you ultimately are and what you experience. Obviously, all the high performance stuff that comes with it, like your daily habits, your daily routines, getting over fear, putting yourself out there, that all comes. But the root for me, the biggest change is gratitude, for sure. I was doing a lot of hours, 9 to 5. The number one thing I hate is being told when to eat your lunch. Okay, you've got a half an hour slot, you must eat your lunch from this time to this time. I don't know why that is. That is my pet hate. And I knew there was more, so I wanted to start my own business. And in that time, as I joined Kim, I started my own online business. But through going through Kim's process, through ultimately raising my awareness, I realized that actually no, I found a deeper purpose. I seen how much it helped me, and I wanted to help other people. I found my voice, I found everything else in that. So I put both of them together and quickly realised it's not about the business, it's about the freedom, it's about the contentment, it's about being happy, doesn't matter what you're doing. I always thought that when you get X in the bank, then you'll be happy. When I travel to X, then I'll be happy. But you quickly realise that if you're trying to run away from your problems will follow you. And in fact, that when you develop your mindset, it doesn't matter where you are, you'll be happy. So that's kind of the transition of my growth, and my goals went from, I want to start a business, I want to do X, Y, and Z, which I have gone on to do, which is great. But now my goals are just on a completely different level, both personally and professionally. Personally, my goal is ultimate freedom. That is my real goal in financial, time, and every sense of the word. I want to be able to wake up and say, I don't feel like doing today, I'm not going to do today, and being okay with that. Being okay with whatever it is, that wherever you're at, that knowing of everything's going to be okay, everything's going to work out. And I think that that comes from an internal thing. You know, we learn that security is an inside job, and I think that's a big thing, that no matter what's thrown your way, you've got the tools to handle it. And I think that's a goal that I didn't realise I had, that I now believe I'm at, but always pursuing to do that on a bigger level. I always thought that you do personal development, or you do this type of work to become something else, to become someone. But what it actually is realising that who you are is enough, and that you don't actually become something else, you unbecome what you think you're not. That's the big one.